fishing. People, when you're in the mood, let's go fishing. Well, it's just me and you. Head on down to the fishing hole. Grab your hat, get your pole. Let's go fishing when you're in the mood.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha, conquer outdoors. Dickies, quality workwear since 1922. Blue Cam, a cleaner running engine for a cleaner environment.
You know, I love all seasons, and I love to ice fish and fish in the summertime back home. But when it gets really cold, like the winter that we just had, and dreary, I love to come down south to someplace warm. And one of my favorite spots is right in Florida. It's only about a 3.5-hour flight from where I live. And before you know it, you're down here and the temperature can be like 40 degrees difference, hotter. Everything is lush and green. And you can enjoy swimming. Even in the wintertime, the water temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You can go to the beach. We have family come down. But one thing that I really enjoy is the different type of fishing that you can have in the wintertime in Florida when it's the only thing that you've got back home is ice fishing. You know, while it's cold up north, we're in sunny Florida. And I'm with my good friend, Mike Borovic, and Linda Flood is down as well. Mike and I have been out on the Gulf, and we've been pre-fishing. We're going to call that work, right? Pre-fishing?
That was work.
Mike, how was your first king mackerel experience?
It was amazing, but I only got half a fish.
How does half a fish fight?
We had cobias coming in, and that was so cool because it was right at the boat. They must have been 35, 40-pound cobias.
Oh, yeah, they were 4
two
or
of
5
them.
footers.
Yeah, and we got to see the chomp.
So we've had a bit of an issue with windage, and you might even hear the wind on our microphones. You might see it on the plants behind us. We're just putt-putting out of our canal, and we're heading down to Lemon Bay and then going out in the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to run out about, I'm guessing, 8 to 11 miles, so we might not be able to go fast. And we couldn't really start early this morning. It's about 10:30 because the tide was so low. But we're going to put in a full day. That means our day is from start to finish. Mike, are you ready to have some fun?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Did you bring the sandwiches?
I got lots of sandwiches. I got bananas. You got to bring the bananas.
I ate one already.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I like to catch big predator fish. And I've learned over the years that you can cast lures and catch some of them, but the best way to catch them is to catch a little fish to catch a big fish. And those little fish are proportional to the big fish that you're trying to catch. Sometimes if we're trying to get a 10 to 20 pound fish, we'll use a 4 to 8 inch bait fish for bait. If we're trying to catch a bigger fish from like 30 to 80 pounds, we'll use fish that are a pound and a half for bait. And the best bait are live fish that you catch. Now, to find these fish, it's not that easy. You have to use electronic equipment. I've got my Ray Marine, which has the down vision, and actually look for suspended bait fish schools. And sometimes I'll go on plane and up to like 20, 30 miles an hour. And as soon as I see a school, I turn around and we work the area. Now, instead of using a minnow trap, it's kind of sophisticated. We use something called a sabiki rig, which is a funny-looking rod that has no guides, and the hooks go right inside it. And it's usually rigged with 5 or 6 very small hooks that have something that would be called a feather, but it's just a piece of mylar. And you drop that down through the school of bait fish, jig it very gently, and before you know it, you'll catch one, or you'll have all of the hooks loaded with fish. You get those in the boat, put them in the live well, keep them wet. We just try to get 2 to 4 dozen for a day's fishing because they stay very lively. And then you're ensured that if there's any big predators out there, they're gonna eat that bait.